You'd probably never find many characters worse than narcissists. These kinds of people are selfish and highly deceitful, and even worse is that when they play some of their tricks on you, it's easy to fall for them. Quite interestingly, these people do not appear to be anything of who they are, and in truth appear to be charming, charismatic, and intelligent when you first meet them. Well, it's all part of the plan, and in today's video, we'll be uncovering 7 mind games usually played by self-obsessed people. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel for more amazing content like this. Number 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting seems to be one of the very common games played by narcissists. The word itself was derived from a movie with its same name, where a husband tries to make his wife feel like she's lost her mind. And yeah, that's exactly what a narcissist plans to do when they try to gaslight you. Gaslighting is an emotional manipulation technique where the manipulator makes you doubt your own thoughts, emotions, and reality. It's always so bad that people start to feel less of themselves and eventually start losing their minds. At first, they try to gain your trust and gradually keep you dependent on them or whatever they tell you. After that, you get to hear things like, "You're imagining things, you take things too seriously, I did it because I love you," or "I've always been there for you, so I know what's right for you." Generally, they even try to put words in your mouth and even paint scenarios that never happen. Number 2. Ghosting. Sometimes you'll find that there are people who have always given you all the attention you wanted, and then all of a sudden, it's almost like they've exited your life. Well, that's just one of the games played by narcissists. You want to know what's even crazier? These people do not exactly have a strong reason for doing it. They probably do it because they've lost interest in you, or maybe they've gotten what they needed from you, or they just want to have control in the relationship. Even worse is that sometimes these people do it for attention. They want to see you worry about them, gauge your reaction, and see how much you care. It's one of the deepest manipulation strategies in the book, and it's pretty easy to fall for it. When someone ghosts you, it's highly unlikely they return unless they want something or they've unfinished business with you. Number 3. Playing the victim. Regardless of how the situation might look, and even if they are at fault, narcissists always pull out the victim card. They always see themselves as the victim and would justify literally anything with the fact that you're the one who's at fault. They prefer to put the blame on others, or are generally reactive to any form of criticism. There's always someone to blame, and it's always you. Whether it's in a relationship, or at work, or even with the family. They just believe other people are responsible for their shortcomings. Most times when they do this, you might start to second guess yourself even if you didn't do anything wrong. And well, that's what they want. Number 4. Triangulation. From the word, it's pretty easy to decode what this means, but you just might be wondering how it's a tactic played by narcissistic people. Well, these kinds of people like to involve a third person in your conversations, in such a way that they try to make you jealous, compete for their attention, or even involve you in a conflict with the other person. In a kind of weird way, they make you feel like you're a bad person, either from the view of the third person or from their own view, and you'd probably hear things like, "Tom said you always act weird. I don't know what he even means, but I defended you." Or, "May said you're too sensitive, and I kinda agree." This way, you then tend to think less of yourself and worry about what's wrong with you. There's actually nothing wrong. Number 5. Guilt tripping. When narcissistic people want something from you, they do everything they can to get it, and that includes guilt tripping. They'll either make you feel sorry for them or stylishly remind you of one time when they helped you with something. Or they talk about the bad things you've done and use it against you, just so they can get what they want. They make it feel like you owe them and also make it seem like they're not guilt tripping you. They make it feel so normal, and even when you start to think they're guilt tripping you to get what they want, they paint an innocent picture that leaves you eventually apologizing to them. Number 6. Feigned ignorance. This is another major play in the book, and yeah, they literally act like they don't know something or play dumb and pretend to be the innocent party, just so you can excuse whatever they did. They'll make you think they shouldn't be blamed, or that they've simply not done anything wrong. But just as you forgive them, they are even likely to do it over and over again. Or they might just pull off yet another trick from their books. Number 7. Throwing tantrums. This mostly happens when you reject their ideas or do not agree to help them or support them with something. You'd see them just go off and show you that they're upset, so you might have a rethink and grant them what they want. They might call you names or raise their voices or say hurtful things to you, but these things are usually strategic because all they want is for you to reconsider and think you've actually hurt them badly. To them, they're always right, and when you disagree with them, they believe you've done them wrong. As you must have seen, narcissists are in over their heads, and all they want is to have you thinking you're not doing enough and you're probably a bad person. Well, you're not. It's just who they are. Don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, bye.